Okay, folks, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Chris Dinsdale here at Simmons Skills headquarters in Chesterfield. I want to welcome you very much to the latest in our seminar series, and this one is focusing on patient simulation and patient simulator technology specifically. Before we make a start, if I can just make sure that everyone keeps the cameras off if you've got the option to do so. If you've got any questions or any comments, if you want to just drop them in using the chat function. And just to make you aware that this is being recorded and we are going to share the recording out afterwards. So obviously you guys can revisit it, or you can share it with any colleagues who weren't able to join us this afternoon. So for anyone who doesn't know us, I'm Chris, like I said, here at Simmons Skills. We're based over in Chesterfield. And as a company, what we try to do is to provide everything that you need to succeed in simulation. So what we can do is provide you with the widest range of task trainers, patient simulators, audio-visual systems, and equipment, anything that you need to equip a fully functioning simulation suite and run a high-quality simulation program. So please check out the website if you don't know anything about Simmons Skills. And if you are thinking about making any purchases soon, please get in touch and we'll be pleased to help you. So this series today, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring to you as much information as possible about all of the options available to run a simulation program. We're trying to make sure that we raise awareness of what's out there to make you guys able to make an informed choice when it comes time to spend some money, and also to bring you some of the best-in-class solutions in patient simulation and simulation in general. So today's session is focused on patient simulators and some technology around patient simulation which you may not have seen before. Here at Simmons Skills, we're really lucky is that we can choose which partners we want to work with, and we can look in all of the dark and dusty corners of the simulation world and find things that you may not have seen before and bring new solutions to the market and make you guys aware of where they can help you out. So the MSE group, as I say, based in Vienna, and that's where all of their simulators are built. They actually have what I would say is the best high-fidelity range of patient simulators available today. And having been around this world for 15 years or more, I think I feel quite confident to say, having worked with all of the patient simulators out there, that the MSE ones are the best. So that focus on realism, on quality and clinical relevance that we saw with Paul and Emily from Sim Characters has also been applied by the MSE group to Arthur. So we're going to pass over to Steve Overton from the MSE group to give us a very brief overview of Arthur Child Simulator. Over to you, Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve from MSE, and I'd like to introduce you to Arthur. Arthur is a paediatric high-fidelity patient simulator. He will do everything you need him to do through a whole array of different clinical scenarios, from very basic right through to advanced. I'd like to highlight a few key points of Arthur. As you can see, ethnicity of his skin to give him that realistic look and to get that emotive engagement with your students. He has a completely wireless network with a really long battery life, allowing you to be able to move him around your simulation suites and activities. Arthur represents approximately a 7-year-old and is realistic in height and weight. A key feature of Arthur is his fully articulating limbs. You can pop him on a ventilator without having to make any changes, and he also has comprehensive CPR feedback. Finally, I'd like to highlight the use of the smart scope. This allows crystal clear auscultation sounds, increasing your student interaction and learning opportunities. Arthur comes with 2 laptops, one as an instructor application, one as a patient monitor. These are very, very easy to set up and intuitive to use. If you'd like to take a closer look at Arthur, please feel free to contact myself, Steve Overton, at the email below. Alternatively, please contact our partners, Simmons Skills. Again, details are shown below.
Okay, thanks very much, Steve. So just to summarise, I think Arthur's probably one of the best looking and also the best built, best designed child simulators out there on the market. And in the very short space of time that Arthur's been available over here in the UK, there's been over 15 people who've chosen Arthur to represent their child simulator range. So I would definitely suggest that you do the same and you have a look at Arthur if you are involved in teaching child simulation. He's perfect for all of your pediatric advanced life support teaching, all of your advanced pediatric assessment. And I think from my perspective, knowing that there's loads of options around representing the work of breathing, level of consciousness, and things like the skin colour through cyanosis, I think that's really important. Also, some of those nice additional little features, such as the ability to take real glucose readings on Arthur's fingers, I think shows the attention to detail that's involved there. So if you do teach students child health or child health education, what I would definitely suggest is have a look at Arthur, get in touch with us, and make sure that you know what it is that you're actually going to be buying. So as we move from Arthur across to Leonardo. So Leonardo has stood with me today. You can see that Leonardo is an adult high-fidelity simulator. And one of the best things about Leonardo is the fact that he looks great. It's a really realistic appearance, and this really great quality and durable silicon skin definitely sits him above a lot of the other patient simulators that we're seeing out there in the market. The great thing about Leonardo is that he will do everything that any high-fidelity adult simulator is expected to do. So all of your advanced airway stuff, all of your circulatory and respiratory assessment stuff, as well as all the advanced pharmacology, drug recognition systems that we've come to expect. It's also able to be used on a real ventilator, and he's got some great features such as an inbuilt simulated ventilator, inbuilt simulated anesthesia machine, and even things like the ability to have diaphragmatic breathing represented, for example, shows that there's loads that you can do with Leonardo. You can start as simple as you like and work all the way up to those really advanced kind of critical care, emergency care scenarios with Leonardo. There are about 30 Leonardos being used out in the UK at the moment, and again, people have chosen Leonardo for a reason. So if you are looking at adult high-fidelity patient simulators, you have to look at Leonardo to make sure you're making an informed choice. And I think once you see him, you get hands-on with him, you compare him to what you're already used to, you find that there's a reason that we're bringing Leonardo to you today. One major selling point here about Leonardo, and one major point that you guys can obviously use as a rationale, is cost. So Leonardo is really great value. He's definitely lower cost than a lot of the other patient simulators with the same type of feature range, and he's great value to bring into the sim center. You'll find that he does everything that you want him to do. So I definitely suggest have a look at Leonardo, have a look at what he can do, what he represents, definitely feel the quality, have a little play with the software, great easy to use stuff. And I think you'll find that you should not buy a high-fidelity simulator without considering Leonardo right in the mix. So if you are interested in Leonardo, if you are looking to add to your adult high-fidelity fleet, definitely suggest get in touch with us. Either drop Leonardo into the chat, or we'll follow up with you afterwards and make sure you've got all that information. So that's Leonardo from MSC. And what we're also able to bring you today as well is a sneak peek. So the sneak peek is into something brand new from MSC, which is coming this year. So this is Lisa. So Lisa is the latest in their adult range of simulators. We guarantee that she's unlike anything else that's available at the moment, and you will want to be the first people to see Lisa. Lisa is a high-fidelity adult patient simulator that looks great. It's got a great feature set and is very, very well priced as well. So what we're going to do is get a little sneak peek of Lisa, is we're going to pass again across to Steve, who's going to give us a quick overview. So back over to you, Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve from MSE, and I am delighted to give you the opportunity to see Lisa. Lisa is a high-fidelity ALS simulator. She's a female. She's coming to the UK, and we'll be delighted to show you what she can do. As you can see, she's hyper-realistic with a high-quality silicone skin. She has an advanced airway and is ventilator compliant. She has CPR feedback. She has fully articulating limbs, and she's coming to the UK in 2024. Lisa has tri-state pupils. She has an advanced airway for both nasal and oral adjuncts. She has front of neck access, and she's ventilator compliant. She also has cyanosis. As you can see, Lisa spontaneously breathes. We have heart sounds, bowel sounds, and breath sounds on Lisa. We are able to perform CPR and to be able to measure that performance. She has fully articulating limbs, IO access, and has anatomy that represents that of a female. The fact that we have a female simulator makes Lisa unique. It allows us to become more inclusive. Equity, consent, dignity and respect. All the things we know are challenging using a male mannequin when you're trying to simulate a female scenario. Lisa comes with 2 handheld tablets, intuitive and easy to use, allowing full control of this patient simulator. For more details, please contact me or our partners Sim & Skills, and we will be in touch soon.
Hi folks, my name's Kieran Feeney, for those of you who don't know me. So yeah, thank you Steve for going through Lisa there with you. Just to remind you, Lisa is the only high fidelity female ultra realistic simulator market. We had her at ASPE last year. Feedback was fantastic. So again, as we've done through the theme of this so far, just type Lisa in the chat and we'll be in touch and give you some extra information. Okay, so what am I going to tell you about? I'm going to spend 5 minutes talking about a couple of CAE simulators we've got. So we work with CAE and we help them with both CAE Juno and CAE Ares, which are the 2 simulators sat beside me today. So they are very, very popular simulators. I think there's maybe near enough 300 of these across the UK and Irish market that sit in universities and hospitals. They look a little bit different today, and that's because we have the Sim & Skills hyper-realistic face skins on them. So we've had these face skins at conferences, and again, you might have seen them at ASPE. But as you can see, for those of you who've got a Juno and Ares, you know, they really do make your simulators look very realistic. The great thing with these face skins is they work on a variety of different patient simulators. So they work on Leonardo, and they fit on a SimMan and a Gormard house. So if you want to know a little bit more about these, want to see, come and see them, then just type face skins in the chat and I will be in touch. Okay, so CAEs and Juno, so why are they so popular? Now, my gut feeling is because they're quite low cost compared to, when we say low cost, obviously simulators nowadays, you know, they're expensive, but Ares and Juno are quite low cost, and they come with a lot of features, and they come in different skin tones, and they both come with male female conversion kits, so you get a lot for your money. I'll tell you a little bit about Juno and then come back to Ares. So Juno is essentially a nursing skills simulator. So most of the Junos sit in nursing schools, and he or she is lightweight, very, very simple to use, wireless, battery life of 4 to 5 hours, come with an optional simulated patient monitor, has a whole host of features. I won't go through every one, but, you know, heart sounds, lung sounds, bowel sounds, IVR, blood pressure. You can catheterize, get a fluid output, gavage, lavage, those types of features, and a whole number of injection sites as well. So a fantastic simulator for undergraduate nursing. And again, if you want any information on Juno, just type JUNO Juno in the chat and I'll be in touch. So this lady here is Ares. So CE brought Ares out about 2 or 3 years after they launched Juno. So the legs and arms are similar, it's a similar platform, but a different feature set. Juno, as we said, is a essential nursing simulator. Ares is maybe more of a multi-purpose simulator. So there are a lot of areas that sit in universities, med schools, nursing schools, paramedic programs, but there's also a lot of areas that sit in hospital simulation centres around the country as well. And again, I think that's because it's a lower option to your high fidelity mannequin, more mobile, maybe like an in situ mannequin or something like that. But I'll just give you an idea of some of the features that Ares has. So you may be able to see from the camera view we have that Ares comes with sim eyes. These sim eyes are unique to CAE. So they're LED screens, and the advantage of that is you can display a variety of conditions such as jaundice, hemorrhage, bloodshots, cataracts. Obviously, the pupils are either responsive or non-responsive, or we can blow a pupil to simulate a head injury. But they're pretty cool, pretty unique to CAE. Makes CAE Ares very different to every other simulator. Airway-wise has an advanced airway, so we can intubate correctly, incorrectly, and use all the airway adjuncts you'd expect to use on a simulator like this. Front of neck access on Aries, heart sounds, lung sounds, bowel sounds, spontaneous breathing. You can defibrillate Aries, run a 3-lead ECG, get performance on the quality of your CPR feedback. Again, male and female included if you purchase an Aries, and comes in different skin tones as well. And you have the optional monitor, which could be a tablet or a larger monitor if you want to put it up on the wall. So that's CAE Aries. She does a bit more, but I don't want to hit you with every single feature. But again, if you want to know a little bit more information about Aries, just type Aries in the chat and we'll be in touch. So one more thing I'd like to take the opportunity today to show you is something that's very unique, that is the only version of this in the market. So I have a screen here, actually it's just shut down, don't worry about that for the moment, but we now offer a simulated EPR system. So a lot of folks across the country, when they are running their scenarios, they will have to use paper notes for ECG and blood results and that kind of stuff. So we had feedback from our customers to say, certainly from a university standpoint, is that we want to help prepare our students to get digitally ready for practice. So when they go on those placements, that they experience using an EPR system, so they know how to interpret information, where to write notes, how to request bloods, x-rays, investigations and things like that. Also from the hospital community, there are these amazing simulation centres with thousands of £1,000s of high-fidelity simulators in there, but then we have to resort to paper to go, well, this is what the X-ray looks like, or this is what the ECG is. So what we have brought out is something called SIM-EPR, so Simulated Electronic Patient Record. It's a piece of software that sits on the cloud, and it comes with 2 tablets. So you can have one beside the patient that sits beside the simulator in your simulation room, and one in the control room, and it works back and forth. So if I was to sit here now and stand beside Aries, I could look at any notes that have been taken place, any ward round notes, any history of bloods, drugs, etc. And if I wanted to request something like an X-ray or anything like that, I would do it on the EPR system, and the person in the control room of the tablet would receive that request and then could send it back and forward. So it's a live system, and I guess we're trying to improve the environment, the fidelity of your simulation environment. And what we're going to do, I think my colleague's going to put a note up on the screen now, is we are running a webinar on Monday the 5th of February at 2 p.m. We will invite all of you to this. It'll be a short webinar, and it's just going to be 30 or 40 minutes where we will run through this software in detail. It's called SIM-EPR. And again, just type in SIM-EPR in the chat now. We're going to invite you to the webinar anyway, but if you're interested, put it in there. We have probably 10 to 15 universities and hospitals, specifically in the UK, that have purchased this already and are using it. As I said, it's a training tool designed to use alongside your simulators. You can build your own scenarios, but that's SIM-EPR. So all I would like to say is, firstly, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to join us today. We know you're all busy, but we really appreciate it. It's a great opportunity for us to update you with anything that's new that we think is of interest to you. We'll follow up with everyone that's been on the call, and if any of your colleagues couldn't make it today because things come up, we understand that. We'll send the recording out to everyone, and you can share that with your colleagues. So from myself, Kieran Feeney and Simon Skills, thank you very much again. We really appreciate your time, and we will be in touch. Take care.